locker room, but the truth of the matter is not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2000.
Here's a diving catch right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. So a first catch for him on this opening drive. And we've heard the rumblings, Charles, that he's not too happy with his targets as of late. So maybe that's an early olive branch, if you will.
And I think you're exactly right about what we've heard, because sometimes we hear things and they're just not true. But in this case, we feel pretty confident. Yeah, he's not exactly happy about the way things have gone lately. I think in some ways the game script has worked against him. In other ways, remember, he's being guarded by the #1 cornerback and maybe kicking another guy in his level. So it's tough for him to always get open. But I do think they're going to make a concerted effort to get him the ball in this game. 1, it'll appease him, and 2, it'll benefit.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Carr. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5. Yard line at the 4. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Devontae Smith with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, any crisis of confidence seems to have been safely put to bed. This his 2nd touchdown now in the ball game.
And now you just have to go ahead and get ready because you know he's going to be saying it and saying it and saying it. He's telling his team that's more like it. That's what happens when you get me the football. Keep doing it, and we'll keep scoring touchdowns.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. No more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Tua now on 1st down. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Short little throw to Ebron, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Carr now on 1st down. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. Now it's Tua. Out to his left. This is Smith with a grab. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua, a final shot before half. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Smith there to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 40 now on second down. Carr. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now Carr. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, Carr. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's going to be caught by Judy. They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, and the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. offense set to get this drive started. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From midfield, here's Tua. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tony Pollard, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. Yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one.
That is caught by Lamb.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On play action, here's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown, Broncos!
Amon-Ra St. Brown,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the...
over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2. But it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 2, Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
On play action, now Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 37-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.